giờ mày đây ai giờ lục quân ai lưng mình nên ai đang ngồi challenge go yar yo ni chino na kar chugo igar chino na kar relang atau yar level yar atan bello level 80 English 80 and math 50 cho na kar wa choren English math ay aga choron ta yar ya kata cho no ta merong kana kaya lang katabar emi jala kumiang elang amiang par katabar itanak kay ngay ba nga kay ngay jadi yan ngaku jong dukuni ng tayo na ngaku jong nakay ligutipan na kay ngay merong yan talay ko rewa imajero ron ni macam pa jero ila ko to rewa yan ay ko juga yang perjuguran kumiang ilukun kata kumiang jugul yang ijala ke ebet ngancet jata ke rare experience difficulties yung ilong require akan alang kami yang kata bargay kumiang perijin raini yung kumiang ay celebrate the education week yung ngalir ko kumiang ilukun kata kumiang jugul yung tiap pa rela ka ba mamaroran pugi ay ko juguani yan aga kumiangan nakay lali kumiang nakay elukun pen eben eno chuan mother chuan wife chuan ruyubul pangaji para paga kilaji giya em chuan career woman eboyan pen aga kanalat katabarip ka ngay ijilagay nga nagay kay narong jadi yang lewi pe ko jong pangan nga ba ko cep juguray ni iba jokoron tangan de jugo ngay ni pay nga ko jong pay di pen kan kay narong talip jugulum jaraban ya ba ngay ni kamajuan men nga ko iba cep kaya ngay ni talip jugo jokoron ta ko ni jaba ngay ban jugo yang ngay ban penjaraban aga ngay ni kanagang ko jolang nga ijala ko jolang nga balo juan nga kana kay edan ko balali nem yegu ay yegu jugo pay dugo di yum jakala jewa yang ngalir ajuruyon ni yang mo ejala kay jugo kay ejidok jadi bay ejabaratok ejabaratok chino naga jugo mo kotata aku jong pangan ni jugo mo kotata ejidok nganimda koyo ngaiya koyo aga yegu jugo em carapan em kejuburan jala kay ejugo jen week meni ni kajang ai ko jilukun kata kajang em rajang rujuku rojade em ajeri ron nijeri ron dubur barantan juga di yum cakalaj eno dan tar jen pa kay cey ku ngayawar ela bi jugo jen imper jani narongon kala kay ailing kinar ko jata ailing pome rawai lorur elap cara apa ni ya ngai kanan para inot paga kumiang ngia regret nga kumiang ngai kaman mistake pendri dori kumiang look back ba ai no darun kajakar ye no yarni kana ko wala fail make mistake kay build yok kala ko yo no chuan kala ko kon rutolak wiser chimala
Two things we're going to learn from this. Okay, as you see it here, college degree employee want most. Employers. Who are the employers like CMI, Palace or KK? Who are the most important people who are getting high salary right now? Not only in the United States, anywhere in the world. Okay, number one, I'll put it here, I'm not lying, this is from, you can go and search. Number one will be business administration, anywhere in the world. They are highly up to $200,000 they receive a year. If you are CPA, you have additional bonus 50,000, which is 250,000 flat. The second one is computer engineering or computer engineers who are good in mathematics and high critical thinking with programming, Microsoft Office or like that, they got. And the third one also computer programmers. Engineers and programmers are different. The engineers do the hardware, while the programmers are do the software to communicate with the computer. These are the number three. I'm not lying, you can't see it here. Accounting. Did you see accounting? Nowadays, you can go right now. If you apply an accountant, you start with $70,000 in US. Two reasons. Number one, people don't like with paper and number. The second one, no one to reconcile bank reconciliation, anything. So accountants are very important, no patience. So people wants to move forward. Unless you can, like me, you can sit down on your computer for 24 hours, it doesn't matter. Okay? Another one is economist. There is a definition there. I'm not saying you can't read it there. Economist now, if you are a graduate school economist, they need you right now over $200,000 salary. In my bureau right now, we have 70 Chinese and foreign business. How much martial is? Less than 20. I have my economics student can stand and tell you. They did that for their project. So we want you to be entrepreneur, the future leaders of the Marshall Islands.
PJ and Parliament again. The jam our economic. You know, my degree, pyramid there and upside down. Like that. All the pyramid there. And I read my paper. Regular koran, then Tangalili napa, you know government. Langatan on Rijavan, government is a private sector. When you are young, private is a government, public good government, private. When you are in another employee, who is the most employee, public sector or private? Public sector lang taran. Kalau lang taran, ay apa lawannya? Waniya kan ugo de taman business me. Who has the most customer? Waniya na lang taran customer ready juto bajan ni. Ready juto bajan public sector. Kanagay lang taran Germany government. Yang ini ya ready juto. Dukun mo lagay private sector yang ini yang ready. Kaji mo rubayan support government. Kian, one area malu kian kaya na pagajan niya, itu pagajan niya one area cara wali itu may lakambe funding. Itu may itu pagajan kambe kan. Ilo ni 2023 tiga romai, ini gila merong penjarahan itu je. Dia penjarah. Elo pun mun miara ini kita lah customer ini reservoir ini public ini rate lagi itu bilang merah dari jawab. Even when our pekerjaan katakan business, you promote the business ilo malam. Pemini ini kayu ritual lau, ngai ini kayu business ini. Ini tidak pay kenal kewar, ini ada kayu yang mana, itu wealthy. Kaya kinan raja malu kumyang rujul bo kumyang, kata kumyang, kau jual lalu ini pun balang ini juga itu army ini. Itu pun jual lalu ini, makanya terbalap ini ceraman ada jauh, itu cara problem. All berani dengan itu cara tahu orang. Itu juga cara aja kan, rain juga itu tak boleh nak. Do channel region ini naren, kajian kaman nuku tahu, kaman bayar itu nanti jalan naren hempan, cara macam karai, kan Karai mamani karai bicara wali pedro balance. Kau kata idea mana nama, kau kata yang karai. Jual lalu elam cicu karai recu ini nanti jalan nama ya. Makanya itu kalau. Yung ngay raja kumyang rujul, icap kanani wala major win, yung maur. All beru murto kaje. Cai pun wala pek jalan, pek jalan jual.
My name is Rainin, Inambachuan Law NCB. In the Pacific region, regionally and globally, internationally, RMI is leading as the #1 country in NCDs. In series kaya yang ekonomi non-communicable diseases. Namin medyo may kutsap tugigan chaparewat at kin lifestyle lewa. Kaya ekonomi obesity. Mga channel ako. Mga kulakan channel ako. Kalari rin. Mga pinili. Icarap-carap kami at kartiyay mo yun mga. Yung kainin ko yung kainin rumayal muna na kayo. I think the most important element or focus area that we need to focus our minds, our thoughts, the whole being is how are we to deal with the essence of time. We can have all the infrastructure. We can have all the resources. We can have good professors being hired and placed here at CMI. We can have the latest technology being purchased and installed and put to utilization. But of all these important things, I think the most valuable of all is for us to think and be conscious of how we use our time as a student, as an individual, as a citizen of this republic. During the summer, President Loya requested or directed the Minister of Education to establish an ad hoc or special committee to conduct a survey on student truancy in the Aramay. And this group was comprised of all stakeholders, including the Ministry of Education. And the task at hand was for us to see why is it that students continue to come late to school, or late for school, or late for classes? Why is it that teachers continue to be sick or to have excuses not to be in the classroom? And so the survey started out with the identification of schools, both here in Majuro and also on Ibay. And in that identification and selection, the group or the task force was able to identify 6 schools, primary and secondary, both public and private, not just here but also on Ibay, the good ones and the bad ones. I'm talking good and bad in terms of student performance and all the others that contribute to student learning. In which yan kamanchon report and karangan reporting ikalawin piniguro raywa engineer kemer raywa uner rumo yung Japan luchibul kinagay ilang register fee. One of the reasons is that because of the school register fee, therefore they couldn't afford to come to school. And for that, the Ministry of Education temporarily suspended or put to suspension the collection of school registration fees in schools, all the public schools. This was last year. But somehow it turned out that really is not the outcome. The reason behind students not coming to school on time and continuing on to skip or cut classes, or they even absent themselves for the whole day. Alam yan yung Spanish school register fee. Reason again, Karo, or the reason why our students, our children continue are not being able to come to school on time is because of the bus fare. So again, this year, the Ministry of Education, under the direction or instruction of the Minister, decided for us at the Ministry to again put that to temporary suspension, the collection of bus fare for students. So any students can get on the bus to and from school for free. Although it doesn't come out to be true. Even though registration fee has been suspended, bus fare has been suspended, cutting class at Marshall Islands High School or Medgar Middle School, for example, or even co-op school, continues to be a problem. Now they're beginning to say, maybe if there is no school uniform, at this time we have 850 teachers employed and working in schools throughout the RMI. Of this number, we have 636 teachers who have met the minimum qualification and above. The reason or rationale or even justification for doing this is the goal to have the best teachers in all schools in the RMI by 2015. What's going to happen to the RMI Ministry of Education is that comes 2015, for those teachers with only high school diploma qualification, the U.S. government will put them to termination. They will not be paid under monies coming under the compact of free association. So that is really the reason why, one reason why as to why the Ministry of Education is pushing for teachers to receive or to get their minimum qualification. But prior to this resolution put up to us or imposed on us by the U.S. government, under Public Law 125/91, there is a provision, a language that states that anybody, be it male or female, man or woman, that decides to pursue education or becoming a teacher and teach in schools throughout the Marshall Islands must first attain that qualification of a 2-year degree. But since then, people have not really make the effort of ensuring that what the law is stated is put to enforcement or implementation. Up to now, when the U.S. government comes after us and say that if you continue to have high school diploma in your schools, we are not going to give you the money. And then people started running around, coming to CMI and other schools, tertiary institutions. So, ano yung ba? Kaya rumaya tikilan pelari yang mga pulak kira ini pelari di mga walau timo ng pagkakala. Cep enak pinjaman harus ini bakalan ini way juang lo acar lo yang aja akhirnya itu kecil. Ini rumaya ini kalau ada pilih Korea orang kalah. Pinili-pilih pendera rebulan apa ngay itu kayo mo ngay kao mo okay ilang rumaya ini mo kayo maya ilang rumaya ini lama nene piro ako ba piro mga Iyewi na ignore. Cuman maya lang na may luguin office. Iyewi yang man kaya. Okay? Kalau man kaya, cuman tangal kayo niya. Ay diyo huawin ang man kaya.
When was CMI first independent? Ang Raja? Kaya kayo kalpin mo ko dahil?
CMI was independent from College of Micronesia in 1993.
1993. Ilang kayo barua? Okay. Raja, pwede mo mata. Who was the first CMI president? Raise your hand. Mana?
What's her name? The woman in the.
I don't know.
Wait. Hilda Aine.
Okay, Hilda Aine. Ang ganda yung mata. It says, what part of the U.S. is our current president from? Raise your hand. Wrong. Nope. Nope.
Current U.S. president or Marshallese?
Current CMI president. Gosh, okay.
very honored to be here today as your guest speaker to share what I have experienced during my school years. Being a nurse is not easy, I'm telling you. It takes compassion, competence, courage, and commitment. I was also a nursing student like you, and there are times that I face challenges like you do, but I managed to complete my studies. I graduated from CMI in 2003 and started working in the operating room in 2004. I worked as a nurse and was very interested in putting patients to sleep. I changed from scrub nurse and started my training as a nurse anesthetic here in the Marshall Islands. In 2008, I was accepted under Aussie Scholarship to further my studies in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. Although it wasn't a safe place for me to do my training, I had the courage in me that I can do it, which I did. I completed my studies in 2009 and was certified as a registered nurse anesthetist. And it's not because I am smart, but you know what makes me succeed? It's everywhere I go and everything I do, I pray.
How many factors does a prime number have? A, 1. B, 0. C, 2. D, 3. 30 seconds. There are 280 people going to a concert by bus. If each bus holds 50 people, how many buses are needed?
Word number 1. Achieve. He knows how to achieve and maintain excellent health. Achieve. Everybody got it right? Okay. All of them?
Liaison. Communication between groups and the useful relationship that this creates, or a person who does communicating between the groups. There is an unfortunate lack of liaison between the departments. Liaison.